Yay! We're live. Yay! All right, Dana, it's all yours. We are live tonight featuring our reveal #time.
All right. Thank you all for participating. Those that are watching in, why don't you let us know where you are watching from, what city and state. And if you've been following any of these ladies, you have been seeing them use different pictures and what time has represented to them as the hashtag is time. And the quote is, if you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. And that's by Bruce Lee. And so for me, time meant what is important to me. What's important to me is what I'm going to focus on. Forget everything else. My family, my spirituality, and just things that are positive in my life, which also includes my business partners and just really focusing on positivity in my life and in my family's life. So again, that is #time, and I'm going to turn it over to Don McGee.
Thank you, Dana. That's right. This quote, I love this quote by Bruce Lee. So time, what does it mean, right? What does it mean to me? Everything that Dana just said. And time is precious. We only have a certain amount because tomorrow's not promised for any of us. And this weekend, actually, I was faced with the death of one of my friends who's only a year older than me. No major health issues or whatever, just had a massive heart attack and died. So, we never know. It's, and all those things. But so let's go over to Wanda. What does time, this quote, #time, mean to you?
Well, thank you, Dawn, and all you beautiful ladies. Time means exactly that. We have to use it and honor the time that we have here by finding the joy in those moments. And what are those things that are really important to us? Spending time with family, honoring our beautiful business partners, just getting outside and enjoying God's earth and God's time He's given us. And I got to do that this weekend, so I'm very thankful for that. So that's what this quote means to me. Whatever time we have to really give God the glory and honor and live it each day joyfully or each moment joyfully. Thank you, Dawn, and back to you.
Wonderful, Wanda. Thank you. That was great. Yes. And a lot of that resonates with me as well. So now let's go to Denise Krebs. And what does #time mean to you?
Thanks, Dawn, and thanks for having me on tonight. Time was a really fun one this last week, mostly because it was Thanksgiving, and it was an added intentional focus of how are we spending our time. And I had the distinct pleasure of meeting up with about half of my family, all of my siblings, and celebrated our parents' 60th wedding anniversary. And so it was a fabulous time, not only just for us to have fun, but to carve out time for enjoying that time that we had together and reminiscing about their 60 years, their legacy that they have created for our family. So it was really a special time to do that with #time. So thanks for the opportunity, and I will pass it back to you, Dawn.
Wonderful. Thank you. And happy anniversary to your parents. 60 years. That's amazing. Okay. Denise Jones, what does #time mean to you?
Hello, everyone. Well, my mother used to say time waits on no one. So we have to do the most that we can do with the time God has granted us. And that's making time for family, friends, whatever it is, you have to make time for it. And so this weekend was about spending time with my family, sometimes I get caught up in business and kind of push that stuff to the side. But you got to realize that some of these people that's in your life may not always be in your life. So always make time for them. And that's it. Back to you, Dawn.
Wonderful. Thank you, Denise. You're right. Time, quality time with family is huge. And so I can definitely relate to that. So next up, we're going to go to Noelle, the beautiful Noelle. And our quote is, if you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of.
Thanks. Thank you so much. And you were leading right into what I was going to say, because for me, this hashtag time was just a reflection on our whole Thanksgiving holiday, which was just very small with our family together. But I remember years past where we were kind of in different parts of the world. And my son is, a young teenager. And so I'm just cherishing every bit of time that the three of us have together, because sometimes we're apart. So that's my most valuable commodity at this point in my life. I just treasure it, and it can be just something really simple. But I just really value that precious time that our little unit has together. So that was it for me. Thanks, Dawn. Back to you.
Thank you, Noelle. You're right. The kids grow up so fast, don't they? So, okay, Anita, what does hashtag time mean to you?
Thank you, Noelle. To me, time is about spending it with quality time with family and friends. And I guess the holiday, I spent time with my sisters, my brothers, my mom, my nieces, nephews, and we also got to celebrate my youngest sister's birthday. So it was a good weekend. And my granddaughter and the baby, they are always make a point every day of coming down, spending time with me. And that just really touches my heart. So it's just about spending time and enjoying the time we have, because tomorrow's not promised. So we have to do what we need to do today. And with that, I've passed. Thank you, Don.
Yes, that is so true. And time for me with family and Thanksgiving, and also time to heal. This concussion that I've had, time to heal. And I am not one that is a sit down kind of person. So time to heal and slow down and hit the brakes on everything. However, we did have everybody here for Thanksgiving. My brother flew in, and it was great. And all the kids were here, except for the ones from Miami. But and my parents, we never know how long they're going to be with us. So yeah, it's wonderful. All right, Kat, what does hashtag time mean to you?
Hi, everybody. I love this hashtag because it's a reminder to be in the moment. Time is one of those assets that once they're gone and it's spent, you're never going to get it back again. So it was kind of a crazy week with Thanksgiving and a lot going on with my family, a lot of different emotions and a lot of things, ups and downs. But this moment that we're in right now has never existed before. It'll never exist again. And I kept trying to remind myself of that all week and just to do the best I could in the situation that I was in. So back to you, Dawn. Thank you so much. And I'm glad to see you feeling better, dear.
Thank you. And thank you, Kat. That was wonderful. Aw. Okay, that's great. And that's true. I like what you said. We will never have this moment right here, right now again. And what's so cool about that is, look at all these fabulous, beautiful women leaders supporting women leaders. And we're taking time out of our lives to promote each other and in this course, Stories to Sell. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Wendy. What does hashtag time mean to you?
Hi. Well, this is funny because quality time is my love language. So one of the things that this past year, time, that not necessarily hashtag time, but time has been so important to me this year that I have focused on living in the present and not, when you're on a journey and you're, shooting for a goal, so many times we live in the future and just in that where we want to be rather than enjoying where we are now. And I'm learning to do that. And when whoever I'm with, that's our time, and that I'm not going to waste it by, thinking about something else. So yeah, time. I think that was an awesome hashtag.
Wonderful and great job, Wendy, for your first time. That wasn't so bad. Yes, in time, quality time is key. There's so many, oftentimes, we have a rule at our house. At dinner, there's no screens, no cell phones at the table. Multitasking is not okay, right? At the dinner table, because it's quality time with family. So I like that you said that. So that is a really, really good thing. That's great love language. Okay, so next up is Nicole. Beautiful Nicole. What does hashtag time mean to you?
Well, I so appreciate everyone's recognition, and they're associating the time that they've gotten to spend this holiday season with their family and really diving in and being present and all those things, which, is something as a Nourish Your Life coach, I want people to really, dive in and really find ways to nourish their life outside of not only just the plate, but in all other areas of their life too. And for me this week, in with respect to that, is to focus a little bit on career. And so I have taken total different perspective with respect to one of my businesses that I hadn't in the past, and just really been all in. And I've been all in my coaching program. And those of you that know me, I've poured my heart and sweat and tears into that. And now as I develop that, and it's, become sort of a self-perpetuating thing. Thank you very much, Coach Kiwi. Is that now that I have an opportunity to kind of dive into another business opportunity, I have had, and I'm taking this, because I do love life, like this quote says, and I'm so glad that Dana picked it, is not to waste time in getting, the foundation of it built. And I so appreciate the people who have trusted me, who've, kind of jumped in and on board with me. And I can't tell you how much I value every minute and every conversation I have with the people that I've been blessed to work with, and those that are still coming on board, that there's only one way, and that is to be all in. And that to me is to be all in your life in as many areas as you can, so long as you try and figure out how to balance those things, and not to overlook the people that are around you, because it's the people that matter. It's not the stuff, it's not the products, it's not the service, it's the people. And the people matter to me, my clients, my friends, my business partners, all of you here. I am so grateful for all of you. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it back to you, Dawn, because I could talk about that all night. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Yes, all in. That was so good. Okay, so our quote is, if you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. That's our quote by Bruce Lee. So next up is Jessica. What does hashtag time mean to you? You're muted, Jessica.
I am so sorry. Sorry, Dawn. But yeah, so time to me is precious. We're not promised tomorrow. So, God wants us to worry about what's going on today and not worry about what's going on tomorrow. And I think, what's important to me and to him is, quality time with your family, and more than enough time spent with God, because when you take your time to spend with him, then everything else around you, your life, you enjoy it more, better, and you understand more. And he wants us to use our time wisely, and if we're doing it for the glory of him, then it's all good. So that's what time meant with me.
Oh, awesome, Jessica. Woo! My spirit's on fire now. Oh my goodness, because oh my goodness, we could talk about that all night. And I'm telling you, what I've been through in just this little bit, that is it, because we don't know. And there's a couple people on this panel that had conversations with me where I was in tears because we don't know what tomorrow brings. We don't know because tomorrow's not promised for any one of us. And what are we doing to glory and honor God and our quality time with our families and the time that we spend in our businesses? And we have got to be good stewards of our time. That is so important. Thank you so much for that. So next up is Virgie. What does hashtag time mean to you?
Thank you so much, Dawn. I love this quote. I'm so thankful for Dana for bringing it up. Time has really just with everything that I've been going through. If you love life, don't waste time. For time is what life is made up of. I mean, the quote says it. If you love life, regardless of your circumstances, your time matters, what you do matters, and whether good or bad. If it's bad, you can change it. You have time. One of the ladies mentioned time waits for no man, and like Jessica had mentioned, if you're doing it for God's glory, then just continue to stay connected to Him. And I've learned to breathe. So much goes on in our lives and stuff like that. And one of the other ladies mentioned to just enjoy the present. So I've been learning to be able to enjoy everything and just be able to kind of connect to God and just breathe and know that everything is okay as long as I'm moving in the right direction. But I love this quote. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Virgie. That's right. Everything is okay. It's okay. This moment, this too shall pass, right? Whatever we're dealing with. And time. Oh my gosh. What a great, great quote. Well, now I'd like to turn it over to our fearless leader, Kibi Whitehead, to close us out. What does hashtag time mean to you?
Oh, I love this hashtag, and thank you, Dana, for picking it out. I love Bruce Lee. I love the quote. Dawn, thank you for interviewing tonight. Just want to share how grateful we are to have you in this community and really stepping up as a coach in maintenance. So I love it. I love the class tonight, how full we are and how everyone has invested their time into their social media presence, which is key if you're trying to build anything online. So for me, time, this quote, if you love life, don't waste time. To me, I like to share it as time shows what you love. Where you spend your time, you are showing what you love. And it really piggybacks off of what Nicole says. Because when you have a business, I talk about business a lot. A lot of people shared about family, and that's great. Yes, we need to spend time with family, but we also need to be spending time with our businesses. And your business should be your family. My business, because I'm all in, is like my baby. That's my baby. So you treat your business like your family. And when you get all in, things change. I always say my word of the year this year was serious. I want to get serious about my business. When you get serious about your business and serious about your online presence, it will be serious for you. And Nicole is seeing it. She's seeing that harvest of being all in, and I love it. I love what she was sharing tonight. In my breakthrough class, we do a time assessment. And it's like week 2 or 3. By the end of the breakthrough, we can about find some ways that we have dead time. We all have time that we're wasting that's not productive, and we're not even spending in the 4 areas of life. So if you're not spending on your business, you're not spending it with your family, it should be with your spiritual time, your emotional health, your mental health, right? So there's a lot of areas we could be spending our time, but many of us are watching television or doing things that just don't count. They're not going to help us grow. They're not going to help us be the best we can be, right? And then I'll just kind of close with this. I was listening to Dr. Mike Murdock. He actually had open heart surgery. I don't know if y'all know that. I follow him a lot. And his lead pastor, Anna, is doing a lot of his lives. So I've been watching her. I love this woman. But she shared today in a live right before our reveal. She says your presence and your absence shares the message. Don't forget that. So when we're not there, it shows that we're not all in. right? Our absence is just as powerful as our presence. So I'll just turn it back then. Back to you, Dawn. We'll stop the live. Everybody drop a comment. Let us know if you're watching. If you hit the replay, let us know. Thank you for tuning in. This is our Stories Sell class. 4 co-coaches here, Nicole, Noel, myself, and Crazy Cat. This community full of coaches as well. They're all here to support you. We are learning, growing. We hope that you will hop in and invest some time into your social media. This class is the hottest class in the marketplace. Back to you, Dawn, to close us out. Thank you.
Yes, it is amazing, amazing. So many good things here on time. And, you know, there are time wasters, so many time wasters out there, and we don't even realize it. I mean, I know people who sit there and will watch 8 hours of TV in a day. I mean, really, it's crazy what you do in your time. And that's why what you said, Kiwi, what you said, showing up, your presence and your absence communicates something. So that's why it was so important to me when I shared with you, Kiwi, please let people know what's going on with me, why I'm not there. I don't want people to think that I'm just, it's not important, whatever it is, right? So that's key. And people are watching wherever you are at. So if you've enjoyed this tonight, hit up anybody here on the panel, find out about StoryCell, and thank you so much for watching. Definitely drop a comment down below where you're watching from, where you're tuning in, right down below, and reach out to us. Have a great evening, and don't